Hi, welcome to our Elf Antics tutorial. Alright, first things first, we are going to get our kit unpacked. Grab your elves. Here I'm going to show how to set it up using 2 elves. Grab your clear string and just tie it around the neck of one of your elves. You want to make sure that you tie the knot super duper tight. You want to use 2 very strong knots because this knot can come undone very easily when you're stuffing the elf inside the balloon. Once you get those knots tied, go ahead and lift those elves up in the air and make sure they hang kind of how you want them to. Okay, now it's time to work on our balloon. Go ahead and give the seam of the balloon a really good stretch all the way around using both your hands. Stretch it out pretty far. And then if the balloon feels kind of cold to the touch, go ahead and warm it up between your hands just kind of by rubbing your hands together throughout the surface of the balloon. Go ahead and give that neck of the balloon a really good stretch as well. And you want it just to be very stretchy, so it'll make it easier when you go to inflate it. Alright, now try to go ahead and inflate your balloon a little bit so that it stretches out the balloon even more, and then just let the air back out, and then we're going to get it ready to stuff the elves inside. Alright, stretch out that neck of the balloon again and go ahead and put your elf inside the balloon. Some people find it easier to put feet first, some say head first is easier. Just kind of go with whatever works for you, and I would say just put him in the same direction that you want him to be when he's inside. We sped up the video a little bit here, but it does take a little bit of time to get those elves inside and situated in the right direction that you want them to go. If you're going to try and use your own lungs to inflate the balloon, you want to make sure that the strings are hanging outside the balloon like you see me doing here, and then you want to get a really good seal between you and the balloon when you go to inflate it. Now it is possible to use your own breath to blow up this balloon, but it is going to be quite difficult, just a heads up. It will take some time, and you'll want to take breaks just by pinching off the balloon. You can look how I'm taking some big breaths and really trying to add air in, and you can see how it's taking me some time to get it to inflate, but it will inflate. You just got to use a lot of force. If at first it's having a hard time inflating, you can pause and try to re-stretch out the balloon. Just stretching it again like you did at the beginning will really help to make it easier to inflate. Now keep inflating. The balloon looks its best when you get it to be about 15 to 20 inches in diameter. Really make sure that neck of the balloon and all those pleats are smoothed out so that you have a good seal on the balloon so no air is escaping while you're trying to inflate it. Alright, now when you're ready to see if the elves sit right inside the balloon, you can just pull that string up and try to situate the elves how you'd like them to be inside the balloon. I like them sitting down, looking nice and neat in the balloon. Now it might take some time for it to get them situated in the right way, and when you have 2 elves here, that makes it even a little bit more tricky. So you can see I am trying out a new way to get the 2 elves to look great inside the balloon. The most ever elves I would put inside one balloon would be 2, just because it does make it heavy, and so when the balloon is heavy, then it kind of pulls on to the neck of the balloon, and then it could cause a hole. So I would just stick to the max of 2 elves per balloon. Now you can see here I'm using the electric inflator. You can see how you can inflate very easily using the electric inflator, and you just really have to make sure there's a good seal, and then it's very quick that it is easy to inflate. And there are my 2 elves. Alright, now I took a little break off camera and we deflated the balloon, and now we're redoing it. I tied the 2 elves together, and then I brought their knees up to their chests and kind of held their hands together so that, they aren't flopping around when they're inside the balloon. And I just kind of found that to be a little bit neater, a little bit nicer. And so, that's why they look a little bit different. Okay, here I am twisting the balloon. Give the balloon some really good twists, and then pull out your skinny balloon that was in your kit. You want to find the middle of that balloon, and you're going to wrap it around the neck of the clear balloon, and you're going to pull out that skinny balloon as far as it'll go, and you're going to wrap it around the neck of the balloon with one side. Wrap it around at least 10 times. And then you're going to switch to the other side of the skinny balloon, and you're going to wrap it around the other direction at least 10 times. This is going to give you a very secure tie onto the balloons so that no air can escape. And you want to make sure that you have pulled that skinny balloon out as far as it'll go whenever you're going to wrap it around. That way it's going to create some friction and some heat between the skinny balloon and the neck of the clear balloon, and that will really hold that air inside. Okay, now give the skinny balloon 2 really good knots with the skinny balloon, and then you're going to slide the topper over the neck of the clear balloon. You can see there, that makes a great topper, and then you're going to pull out that wire. Sometimes I like to tie the wire before I put the ornament topper on, and I probably should have done that on camera, but I don't know, I didn't have a retake on this. So here I was just trimming up the skinny balloon so that you don't see the little ends. And I think I'm actually making a hole in the neck of the balloon with my scissors, but after several tries of this, I really found it better to just tie a knot with the wire underneath the knot that you made with your skinny balloon. That way, the wire is very secure, and it's not going to stretch out the neck of the skinny balloon from the weight of the elves. Okay, so now twist that wire around the neck of the skinny balloon several times so it's nice and secure. You don't want this falling down in the middle of the night, and that can destroy your surprise. So all your hard work, you don't want it to go to waste. So make sure your knots are nice and secure. All right. Okay, so now you are ready to get your balloon to hang up. Now, I like to hang it from the chandelier right above our kitchen table. That way the kids see it right away when they walk downstairs in the morning. But you can hang it really from anywhere. Maybe the ceiling fan in your living room, or just somewhere where it has enough space. You don't want the balloon to be touching anything. You don't want it touching the wall or anything sharp because, it is a little tiny bit fragile. You don't want it to get an accidental hole. Okay, now you can either tie your ribbon right there around the top, and you could use that to kind of disguise some of that wire. And just tie a pretty bow with a ribbon. There's another way I might show you in a little bit. I can't remember if we show you on video, but you can just tie your ribbon in a nice bow and then use the glue dot that was in your kit and attach it to the back of the bow, and then put the bow on the front of the ornament topper. That's another way that you could attach the bow. I kind of like that way just because my kids can't see the top of the ornament anyway, and so it's just kind of a waste. I would rather them be able to see the bow, but it doesn't matter, whatever looks best for your creation. Alright, so now it's time to add the personalization onto your balloon. Take out that Sharpie marker that came with your kit, and using very gentle pressure, go ahead and start writing on your balloon. I like to say, Jacob and Kate, I'm back, or any other cute little slogan that is, if it's a return balloon, you can say I'm back or we're back. Just however you like to tell your kiddos that your elves are here. Or they could just be playing a prank for the day and say, help, we're trapped, or something really funny and silly. I know you've got a great imagination, you as great elf parents. All right. I hope you enjoyed our tutorial. Let us know if you have any questions. We are here to help. We'll be on standby on the night before Thanksgiving, November 22nd, 23rd, and then for November 30th as the elves start to arrive. Just send us a message on Etsy, or you can email us at airygiftcreations@gmail.com.